Hi guys, welcome back to the news. The ruling of the Supreme Court, which affirmed the victory of President Bola Tinubu, may not have come to many as a surprise. However, many others had expected a different outcome, especially with the controversies in the certificate forgery issue, ripped up after the appeal court verdict. However, as predicted by some Nigerians, the move to approach the Supreme Court was just a waste of time, a waste of energy, a waste of resources, and sooner than later, their predictions played out, before the millions of persons who paid keen attention to the proceedings. Now, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, revealed his plan after the Supreme Court ruling struck out his petitions against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, my country people, we all know that the Apex Court affirmed the victory of President Tinubu in the February 25th, 2023 presidential election. And then Peter Obi, in a gathering, told the people that he would not stop seeking elective office until he dismantles the crime scene in Nigeria. Obi said he left a huge financial investment to join politics and contest for the 2003 Anambra governorship election. He further stated that despite his financial loss, he had a sense of fulfillment that he joined politics to change certain things. And Obi said that at this moment, this is just the beginning. Yes, this is just the beginning, that Africa was the most unexplored and unproductive continent in the world. He added that what was lacking in the development of Africa was leadership. Yes, the continent would have turned around within a small space of time. The Labour Party presidential candidate, when asked to react to the Supreme Court ruling, really said all this. But then, my country people, Peter Obi has always remained optimistic that certainly one day things would get better for us in this country, and has vowed never to stop in his quest, to make a better Nigeria. Recently, Obi had been condemning the rule of the ruling All Progressive Congress and what's happening. He even, in a recent development, condemned what happened to the NLC president, Mr. Joe Ajoro. Yes, my country people, he condemned it and has said that this is what is happening in this country, and it seems that this lawlessness in this country is getting out of hands. So guys, what are your thoughts on this issue? On the Supreme Court ruling, we've all known that at some extent the Supreme Court would uphold the victory of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who was the winner of the elections, the February 25th, 2023 presidential elections. But then a lot of people had reacted that at this point, Peter Obi would never become the president of this country, that Peter Obi would never rule this country, and all of that because of his agenda that he has for this country. But then and again, the panel that was set up to give judgment on this case had not only dismissed Obi's petition, but they also dismissed the petition of the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, Atiku Abubakar. Now, Obi had insisted that with what's happening, that the courts did not look at the charges that was filed against the president, which was how when we talk about the forfeiture Tinubu made back then, the 460,000 forfeiture he made in the USA over his involvement in a drug-related case, and also how he forged his certificate and all of that. But Atiku was the one emphasizing on that very aspect. So guys, we've all seen how everything played out. Peter Obi, who came third in the election, held his ground that at this point Tinubu was not qualified to contest the elections in the first place. But then Nigerians have reacted. Obi should go home and rest. This man called Peter Obi is going beyond his boundaries. But then, he is a very wise man. Okay? You join politics, so you have to go back to your financial laws. The followers of the obedience, let's see how things plays out. Okay? My joy over Tinubu chosen by INEC chairman. Okay, I didn't quite catch this. The next person said, the simple truth is that Nigeria is an animal kingdom that would never be better. If you divide Nigeria today, Yoruba will never allow Tinubu to rule them at his age. Okay? Well, we pray that God would use our leaders someday. Okay, guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. But then, my country people, Obi has vowed never to back down on his quest on changing the perspective of this nation, because he said as it is now, the country we are seeing now wasn't how it was before, and has also talked about the leadership challenges, most especially in Africa. Why we are where we are in today in this country, it is because of our leadership and how we have bad leaders and poor choice of leaders, and all of that. So my country people, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.